So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. We have already started here. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Kvaratskhelia. Looking for options for movement. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy, Federico Di Marco. He reminds me all the time of a frustrated winger. That position didn't quite work out for him. And now, as a fullback, he can't resist any opportunity to get forward and assist with what's going on up front. He really does add an extra dimension to this attack.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. McAllister.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Kane. That's been cut out, well played. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No way through.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Laid back in. Chance for the header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Bernardo Silva. Kimmich. And it's Sané. Kvaratskhelia. Shot at goal! And that is a little undercooked. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! The breakthrough strike. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Kane! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
After 41 minutes is number
It is a
20.
good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
That's a good ball out wide.
There will be 1 minute.
Kvaratskhelia in acres of space out wide. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. Any strong opinions on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And if you have just joined us, well, we hits one! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. And they've caught Reed. And now a sudden chance to counter. Danielson goes on a run down the left wing. And no, he's seen through all of that. Arsenal are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that's a fine interception. Busquets. Danielson. McAllister. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Pass is just off target.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
In with a header! Goal, Inter! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! What a great header, got plenty on that.
Yeah, he makes those runs with great stealth and a ghost-like arrival to get his head to the ball.
And now he has two. Inter Milan take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Kane.
Inter can afford to settle on seeing this one out by running down the clock, I think.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And we're done. Inter Milan have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Kane claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So a dramatic... Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. And already we're underway here. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. David Villa! Oh, he's really drilled it.
The keeper felt he had that covered. Some of the crowd were less convinced. It was really well drilled.
Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. David Villa.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
And it's Neymar. Wriggles his way through. David Villa has it in a wide position. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was... He's had a hit! And that has skimmed the post.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Pedri has a look to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's picked his way through. Vinicius Junior! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Vinicius Junior is offering a wry smile there.
He's going for goal! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Now it's Kane. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Nice sequence of passes this. Played back. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Alexander-Arnold. Neymar. David Villa providing an outlet on that flank. Now it's Neymar. Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. As if we needed reminding, no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless.
They will make fine souvenirs.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Ljungberg.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He has found the way through. And he's taking no chances there. Ribery in acres of space out wide. Koundé clears it away. Well, that's a little loose. And the volley. And a terrific save from the keeper.
Rodri really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's a decent clearance. And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, important interception.
Inter are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Now, can they get it back? And that has been knocked clear. Neymar. David Villa. Good driving run. David Villa! It's in! Finally, the deadlock is broken.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. A 1-0 lead established.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Koundé. Now it's Pedri.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that's fabulous. Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Now, that looks a decent ball.
Inter truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Ribery. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Neymar has it out wide and in space. He gets big! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's found the way through. David Villa! And that may well be that. That is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only... Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. Oh, shooting chance! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Number 7.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. No, that's been intercepted. Danielson. Thuram. Ribery. Now it's Neymar. Has a look and plays it forward. Rodri. Now, what about a counter-attack? Olise.
Olise, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Danielson. And through to the goalkeeper. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Kane. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Big chance!
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short, and it's hoisted clear. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. Danielson. Danielson. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Almost half an hour in now. That has been slung wide. He's picked his way through. Thuram finds himself offside. Alexander-Arnold. And the finish! He's got it all! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Inter Milan have their second corner now. There's the header! And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Ribery showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Danielson cleared without hesitation. Big chance, corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Bernardo Silva with the short one. Great hit! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete! Oh, a goal of real quality. He made it look ridiculously easy.
Wilshere really shook.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game. So there was the first half.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries